Hey everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another Fate Grand Order video. So we are here with the last day of the servant buffs for the 9th anniversary for Fate Grand Order. We have Merlin, which is a little bit surprising. I was really hoping for Skasaha Scotty to get this one, but I'll take the Merlin buff. And Nursery Rhyme. I was really actually hoping for Nursery Rhyme to get a buff this time around, so very happy to see that. And I actually think both of these buffs are actually really solid. Merlin maybe should have done something else, but I still think it's pretty solid. So let's go ahead and talk about Merlin first here. So Merlin's buff is on his second skill. They're actually both on the second skill, but Merlin's second skill. So this one, Merlin's skill originally was a 7-turn cooldown at max level. This actually goes down 1, so it's 6 now, which is pretty good. Obviously allows it to activate faster now. And then originally it grants party invincibility for 1 turn, increase party's critical star generation rate for 1 turn, 30 to 50%, and then reduces all enemy critical attack chance for 3 turns, 10 to 20%. So the invincibility, this stays. That doesn't change at all. The increased party's critical star generation rate does change from 1 turn to 3 turns, which is huge in my opinion. So obviously, your servants could get more star generation for 3 turns. And then it also adds on a 30 to 50% critical damage up for 3 turns to the party, which is huge, obviously. And then a 10% MP charge to the party. I kind of wish they gave him a better MP charge there. Kind of like if it was 20 or 30%, I would have been super happy. I mean, obviously 30% I'd been happy, but 20% I'd be like, okay, that's fine. But everything else, like the star generation rate, I think that's great. The critical up obviously allows the Buster Servant that he's supporting to do more damage. So yeah, I actually think this is a pretty solid buff for Merlin, but that MP charge, kind of wish it was a lot more than 10%. But overall, I think Merlin here has a pretty solid buff. Obviously, he's going to be still helpful in those challenge quests. I doubt he's going to help anything when it comes to like farming or anything like that. Obviously, I have to test him out, but I do think he's going to be a lot more useful when it comes to the challenge quests and the boss fights. I mean, obviously, he's still solid as that support servant for Busters, but I think with this, even better. So yeah, I mean, again, I really wish they worked on that MP the MP charge a little bit more there. But overall, I think his buff is pretty solid. And Nursery Rhyme, second skill. So Nursery Rhyme actually had a pretty interesting buff here. So originally, Nursery Rhyme, it increased own defense by 30% for 1 turn, increase own defense for 3 turns, and then increase own debuff resistance for 3 turns. So the increase own defense for 3 turns was 10 to 30%, and the debuff resistance was 20 to 40%. So all of that actually does not change. That stays. But she does get an additional 20 to 30% arts up for 3 turns, which is actually really nice, obviously, because she does have an arts MP. So I actually really like how they're allowing her to do more damage. The other buffs are 20% MP charge to the party with children, so child trait servants, and then 20% MP damage up for 3 turns to the party with fairy tale servants. So this basically allows her to be in parties that are very niche, specific parties basically, parties that have, or she basically can support servants with fairy tale and child traits. There are actually a lot of servants with those traits. For example, for fairy tale, you got Benny Emma, you have King Toki, you got Robin Hood, you got Ushi Wakamaru, I think. You also have Milsine, you have Shitonai, Voyager. Like you have quite a lot of fairy tale servants. And then when it comes to children's servants, there are a lot. Cha-Cha, Paul Bunyan. I think Paul Bunyan also is categorized as fairy tale. You also have like Janu Santa Lily. You have the Prism Ilia characters. And so on, so on. So yeah, there's a lot of characters with those traits. Now, are there servants with both traits? I just said earlier, Paul Bunyan is one of them. I believe I believe Nursery Rhyme is one of them as well. I think she has Fairy Tale trait, if I'm not mistaken. I know she has Children trait, obviously, but I can't remember if she had Fairy Tale trait. But there's also Benny Emma, who has both. You also have Stonai, Voyager. So yeah, those are some servants that you can actually pair up with Nursery Rhyme, and then they'll benefit from the two MP and MP damage buff. So I actually think this is really nice. I really like it. Again, it helps those servants to get MP, allows them to do more damage, and Nursery Rhyme can also do more damage now as well. So yeah, I think it's a pretty solid buff for Nursery Rhyme. Definitely allows her to be more of a support attacker type in the party. So yeah, again, it's very niche where you can fit her in, but I still think it's a really cool thing to do because I know a lot of you guys really like to make up a lot of interesting party setups. So this again allows for that. So I'm very excited to see some party setups with Nursery Rhyme in the future. But yeah, that's basically going to be about it. Merlin, Nursery Rhyme got solid buffs. Again, I really wish they did something better on that MP gain for Merlin, or MP charge for Merlin. But either way, I still think it's a pretty solid buff. But yeah, that's basically going to be about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.